APEC member economies aim to boost public-private partnerships, or PPP, to address food losses in the supply chain of fishery and livestock. This as APEC starts in Iloilo City the seminar on strengthening PPP to reduce food losses in the supply chain of fishery and livestock as part of its multi-year project led by Chinese Taipei and co-chaired by the Philippines. The details from Sweden, Velado.
The Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC 2015, being hosted by the Philippines, started its discussion today on food security, particularly fisheries and livestock. APEC research fellow Emily Cheng Chang shared that in Asia-Pacific region, the estimated food loss in fisheries sector had reached more than 30 to 40%. 20 to 30% in livestock and 10 to 15% in dairy products. According to Director Rex Bingabing of Philippine Center for Post-Harvest Development and Mechanization, or PhilMech, losses depend on the type of economy. For developed economies, the losses mostly come from food waste due to leftovers and spoilage, and because they buy more than they can consume. But developing countries like the Philippines experience food loss from post-harvest due to lack of advanced technologies. Bingabing said, in Nueva Ecija, which is considered the primary source of rice in the country, the government had invested on modern equipment and machineries for farmers.
The current loss figure for rice is about 16.4%, right? 16.4%. Now, we had a study in Nueva Ecija where most of the farmers are using modern machineries and milling equipment, and we found out that the loss can go down to about 10 to 11%.
Meanwhile, the Department of Agriculture, PhilMech, and other government units have implemented projects such as use of drought-resilient rice seeds and distribution of water pump to counter the El Niño phenomenon and food loss. In the end, APEC research fellow Chang reiterated the huge share of Asia-Pacific region in terms of global production and trade.
In terms of total production, I think it's more than for the livestock is more than 70%, and the fisheries even higher, more than 80 to 85% of the global production. In terms of trade, it's about 50 to 60%. So it's a very huge share in terms of the global production and also trade.
For the People's Television, this is Sweden, Velado.